Welcome to another tutor short provided by the Educational Support Services Department of Lehigh-Carbon Community College in Snexville, Pennsylvania, which is just outside of Allentown. These videos review key learnings for the science courses provided here at L-Tri-C. And please remember that the Educational Support Services Department does provide walk-in tutoring 5 days a week. Today we'll be reviewing the metric system and how it's used with three different measurement systems: length, mass, and volume. The metric systems for each measurement system revolves around a base unit. The base unit for length is the meter, abbreviated with a small m. For mass, the base unit is the gram. That's abbreviated with a small g. And for volume, the base unit is the liter. That's abbreviated with a capital L. Now from these base units, you then provide or apply a prefix in order to identify the other units that can be used. So let's just look first at length. So we know with our base unit is the meter. So if we assume we have 1 meter. By getting smaller, the units that get smaller than the base unit, the first prefix you come across is Deci. Deci is abbreviated with a small d, and there are 10 decimeters in 1 meter. The next unit is centi, and there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter. The next is milli, and there are 1,000 millimeters in a meter. You notice they're all factors of 10, and that's one of the nice features of the metric system. Now, these three prefixes are the common ones used in introductory science courses. However, I will provide one more, which is micro. You will probably see that once or twice. Micro, it jumps up to 1 million. So there's 1 million micrometers in a meter. And micro is abbreviated. It has an unusual looking U and then M for meter. So micrometer. Now, the same thing happens if you increase from the base unit. Essentially, you have prefixes that represent larger numbers. Again, going along with the factors of 10, the most common unit you'll come across as you get larger is the kilo. Here, the kilo being larger, there's 1 kilometer, or in the US here we often say a kilometer, but there are 1,000 meters in a kilometer. And then you may also then come across mega. Not too often, but mega, again, it's larger. So 1 megameter, mega is represented with a capital M. 1 megameter, there are 1,000 kilometers in a megameter, and there's 1 million meters in a megameter. Those are basically the prefixes that you'll be coming across with length. Just so you know, there's been identified prefixes in between the base unit and kilo, and between kilo, mega, and above mega. Same thing on the small side. There's a lot more, but these are the common ones that you'll come across. Now, to move on strictly to the other units, And let me erase this appropriately. Erase all of these for now. If we decide now to use, to look at 1 gram, which is the base unit for mass, what's nice about the metric system is the prefixes stay the same. So there is a decigram, which would be abbreviated DG, and there's 10 of those in a gram. There are 100 centigrams in a gram, and there's 1,000 milligrams in a gram, and 1,000,000 micrograms in a gram. So the prefixes stay the same. Same thing with going higher. In 1 kilogram, there are 1,000 grams. And in 1 megagram, there are 1,000 kilograms and 1,000,000 grams in 1 megagram. And to finish this, we look at the final unit or measurement system we were going to review today is length. Sorry, not length. We're doing volume. That is the liter. In this case, again, there are 10 deciliters in a liter. Remember, liters abbreviation is a capital L. 100 centiliters in a liter. 1,000 milliliters in a liter, and 1,000,000 microliters in a liter. And what kiloliter? In 1 kiloliter, you have 1,000 liters, and in 1 megaliter, 1,000 kiloliters, and 1,000,000 liters. So that ends the review today. Hope this was helpful, and please come back and visit us for more tutor shorts.